Aninkinoya, Zongabwe Dijnakas. Hi everybody, it's Chief McLeod here, and today is Thursday, March the 10th. I'd like to share with you a quick couple updates. The first one being on the public consultation and survey surrounding the retail sales of alcohol in Nipissing First Nation, and secondly, the process and development of the Citizenship Law for Nipissing First Nation. Firstly, I want to start off by saying that the Council is acutely aware of the serious effects alcohol has caused and continues to cause to individuals, families, and Nipissing First Nation in general over the many generations. Alcohol has been harmful to the well-being of Indigenous people, and that is part of the reason why your input on this survey is so important. That said, we know that the use of alcohol is something that many of our people engage in, and the Council is committed to ensuring consumption is done responsibly, much like we did with the process for cannabis. Our Council is still looking for your input by this Friday, tomorrow, March 11th, regarding the proposal from 2 local entrepreneurs for potential alcohol manufacturing and sales on NFN land. NFN Council has been asked to consider amending the NFN Business Licensing Law to permit these activities by these businesses. What we would like to know is if you are in favor or opposed to each of the following 3 areas that are being considered. Firstly, the manufacturing of alcohol in a proposed craft brewery at the site where Coffee Time was previously operating. Secondly, retail sales of alcohol in a new restaurant which will be located at the same site. And thirdly, retail sales of alcohol in stand stores, much like the LCBO, Brewers Retail, or the Wine Rack stores. We are conducting this survey to gather additional input following the engagement sessions that were held on February 16th and 23rd, and to ensure that all NFN members have an opportunity to have their say. We know many people could not attend these sessions or may not feel comfortable speaking in a public forum. So the survey responses will be compiled confidentially and shared with Chief and Council to support an informed decision on whether to proceed with amending the business licensing bylaw to permit these activities or to stay with the current prohibition on alcohol sales on reserve. As a refresher, we received proposals from NFN entrepreneurs to sell alcohol, as mentioned previously. And NFN has responded by initiating a process to better understand the community's views before making a decision. This ensures that we hear from the members directly and are fair and respectful to the diverse range of perspectives on this issue. You can complete a survey online at www.nfn.ca/survey or on our Facebook page. If you are not able to complete the survey online, we can get you a paper version or by phone call or email. If you need help completing the survey or to request the links to the recordings of the 2 virtual forums, please contact Melissa Panassi at 705-753-2050 extension 1265, or you can reach her at melissap@nfn.ca. If you have any questions or require more information, please contact Ken Hazel, Economic Development Officer at 705-753-2050 extension 1264 or at kenh@nfn.ca. The deadline to provide input is tomorrow, March 11th at 4:30 p.m. Next, I'd like to talk to you about our Debendaagziwaad or Citizenship Law. So our Citizenship Committee has been hard at work beginning to flush out what citizenship means from an Anishinaabe perspective. We are only at the beginning of years' worth of work on this. We have to get it right, as defining citizenship is a critical governance initiative that will empower NFN to determine who belongs, and not Indian Affairs. NFN will be providing monthly updates from our Debendaagziwaad committee meetings in our Gimaa community newsletter and on our dedicated page on our website moving forward, which is nfn.ca/citizenship. Now, as you may know, Our Citizenship Committee was formed in 2018 to develop a Debendaagziwaad, or citizenship law, that defines the rights and obligations of our Debendaagziwaad, those who belong, and our Ndaawad, those who live among us, with the jurisdiction of Nipissing First Nation in accordance with our Chinaac-Nagaywan. The committee is made up of 7 members of Nipissing First Nation, representing elders, youth, NFN members at large, and 2 representatives of Chief and Council, myself and Councillor Daniel Stevens. The committee has continued to meet monthly, with their most recent meeting on February 17th, which was focused on continuing to develop the core principles for the proposed Debendaagziwaad law prior to drafting. The core principles will serve as a foundation to help guide the development of the law and ensure the proposed law reflects NFN values, beliefs, and a vision for the future. At their last meeting, the committee reviewed a core principle concerning the inclusion of a component and/or criteria on understanding NFN culture and language. The committee feels that the principle needed to be strengthened to ensure that prospective members have some knowledge of culture and recognize the importance of Anishinaabe. The committee also discussed the question of why do we want to determine our own Debendaagziwaad law, and agreed that answering this question in depth would help to identify additional core principles that may need to be considered before drafting a law. The following reasons to develop a citizenship law were reviewed and affirmed. Firstly, to ensure continued existence of Nipissing people into future generations. Secondly, to support our sovereign ability and responsibility of self-governance. And thirdly, to identify who are responsible for building and honoring our nation, who are entitled to protection within our nation, and those who are entrusted with the future of our nation. The committee further emphasized the need to include a statement regarding the revitalization and preservation of our language and culture. The committee also conducted a fulsome discussion on what is expected of a good citizen with reference to the 7 grandfather teachings and understanding of our culture and history. It was noted that a priority area for the committee moving forward will be to develop a plan to engage membership to educate the community about citizenship, keep the nation informed of committee progress, and seek input on the core principles. A central location on the NFN website will be established to support information sharing on committee work and citizenship-related resources. Now, if you have any thoughts regarding the subject of citizenship or the discussion questions which I will follow with and would like to share them with the committee, please provide them to Councillor Daniel Stevens, Debendaagziwaad Committee Chair at DANIELS@nfn.ca, or Frida Martel, Director of Administration at FREDAM@nfn.ca. There are 2 very important questions we are posing to NFN members. Firstly, why do you think it is important to develop a Debendaagziwaad citizenship law? And secondly, in your view, what is expected of a good citizen? We encourage all members to participate in this important process by answering the questions to help develop our Debendaagziwaad law. I'd like to thank you for listening and giving me this opportunity to share with you these 2 important updates. Miigwech, Bamapi.